Servicing and adjusting the chain drive of a motorbike. Hello and welcome to this session on servicing and adjusting the chain drive of a motorbike. The chain drive of a motorbike performs the crucial task of transferring the energy produced in the engine from the transmission to the rear wheels. It connects the front sprocket and the rear sprocket. Chains require proper lubrication at regular intervals to function properly and to prevent wear. A dirty chain and sprocket reduces the ability of the engine to transfer drive power to the rear wheels. Chain wear is affected by a variety of factors like riding conditions and other environmental impacts, chain tension riding style, type of motorbike engine, quality of chain and sprockets, and other factors such as mechanical issues, etc. Correct maintenance of the chain drive reduces the impact of these factors and dramatically increases chain life. In this session, we will learn to service and adjust the chain drive of a motorbike. Before we discuss the procedure, let's take a look at the tools and materials we require for this job, which are needle nose pliers, combination pliers, double-ended spanner set, socket set, screwdriver set, Phillips and flat, cleaning brush, a tools tray, a cleaning tray, parts tray, a 10 cm steel ruler, some grease, a small amount of gear oil, SAE 8090W, 1 liter of kerosene, split pins for axle nut, wiping cloth, squirting oil can. We will now take a look at the steps involved. Place the motorcycle in neutral gear before starting work. Remove the chain guard using a ring spanner or a Phillips screwdriver or a socket or a double-end spanner. Check the slack in the chain using a ruler. The slack is the amount of chain that hangs down. Use your finger to push the chain up. If there is more than 20 mm of slack, check if the adjustment nut behind the wheel axle still has room to tighten. This gives indication that the chain is still usable without removing any links. Locate the master link on the chain. Remove the chain from the sprocket by removing the lock clip on the master link using a combination of needle nose pliers. Remove the master link. Place the lock clip, keeper, and the master link body in the parts tray after wiping them clean. Remove the drive chain. Wipe it with a cloth. Clean thoroughly of dirt, oil and grease using kerosene solvent in a tray with a soft brush. Dry the chain with a cloth. Place the chain in the parts tray. Also clean the master link and all its parts in kerosene. Reinstall the chain. Make sure that all 3 parts of the master links are used. First, place the chain over the drive sprockets. Place the body of master link into the 2 ends of the chain from behind. Place the keeper plate, link with 2 holes, over the front of the link. Lastly, push the lock lip into place using pliers or a flat screwdriver. The open end of the lock lip should be in the opposite direction of the chain rotation. Lubricate the chain using an oil can with SAE 8090 gear oil. Squirt oil on the chain as you rotate the tire by hand. This will spread the oil evenly on the chain. Continue rotating the tire for 2 more turns. Use a cloth to wipe off excessive oil. Next, we are going to adjust the chain drive. Inspecting the drive chain while the engine is running can result in serious hand or finger injury. So don't ever start the engine when inspecting the drive chain. When the chain is too tight, the transmission or crankcase can be damaged. A large amount of friction also causes poor running performance of the vehicle. Too much slack in the chain leads to a large oscillation when the vehicle is running. This may cause the chain to come off or damage parts. Using a proper socket, loosen the rear axle nut on both sides until the rear wheel can be moved slightly forward and backward. If there is a split pin, remove it before loosening the nut. Here there is no split pin. Using a proper spanner, loosen the adjuster lock nut on both sides of the frame. Turn the adjuster nut or bolt and adjust the play. If you loosen the adjuster nut, it will loosen the chain. A scale is included on the adjuster. If there is no scale, use a ruler to measure the amount of thread sticking out of the adjuster nut. Ensure that the reading on the scale or the measurement is the same for both sides. If the adjustment value is not the same, the wheel is out of alignment and can cause excessive tire, sprocket, and chain wear. The front of the rear tire should be centered in the frame rear fork. If it is not centered and the adjusters are evenly spaced, it may be a sign of bent frame or rear fork. Tighten the lock nuts on the adjusters. Tighten the rear axle nut to 4 to 5 kilograms meter. Install a new split pin in the nut if required. Although not part of this exercise, take a moment to look at the rear sprocket for wear or damage. When the teeth of the sprocket look uneven on one side compared to the other side, it is a sign of wear. Replacement of all sprockets and chain may be needed. Never replace just one sprocket or chain. Rapid wear of the new part will result. As wear progresses, the chain will eventually come off and cause damage to other parts. Reinstall the chain guards. Test drive the vehicle to verify smooth clutch and chain operation. Clean and wipe the work area properly and store the tools. Wipe any oil residue from the chain guard and rear axle area on the vehicle. With that, we have come to the end of this session. In this session, we have learned how to service and adjust the chain drive of a motorbike. Hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you.